Today we're diving into the basics of singular and plural forms in English. Singular refers to one item, such as one cat or one box. Plural, on the other hand, refers to more than one, like two cats or two boxes. Interestingly, in Japanese, plural is often indicated by the context or by adding a number. And there isn't a specific plural form as in English. This is why practicing this concept in English is essential for Japanese speakers. Moving on, let's explore the verb to be, which includes am, is, and are. This verb is used quite differently in English compared to Japanese. For example, in English we say, I am a student, he is a teacher, and they are friends. Notice the specific forms of to be used based on the subject. In contrast, Japanese often omits the subject and uses verb forms like desu, desu, which can act like am, is, or are. However, it's important to note that desu is less flexible and used less frequently than its English counterparts. Lastly, let's look at the simple present tense in English. This tense is typically used for habitual actions, general truths, and fixed arrangements. For instance, habitual actions are described as she goes to school every day. General truths might include water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. For fixed arrangements, you might say, the bus leaves at 8 a.m. In Japanese, you might express habitual actions without conjugating the verb, using a time indicator instead, like meiri gakuso ni ikimasu, mainichi gaku ni ikimasu, meaning go to school every day. This highlights some key differences in verb usage between English and Japanese. Prepositions in English can be a bit tricky because they often don't directly translate to Japanese prepositions and can have multiple uses. Let's take a closer look. Use in for months, years, seasons, countries, and cities. For example, she lives in Tokyo, or the meeting is in March. Use on for days, dates, and surfaces. For instance, the book is on the table, or her birthday is on Monday. And use at for specific times and specific places, like he arrives at 5 p.m. or they're at the park. In Japanese, there are fewer prepositions, and location or time is often implied rather than explicitly stated, which makes it hard to directly translate. By understanding these challenging points, Japanese students can improve their grasp of English grammar at the A1 and A2 levels. Practice with examples and context is key to mastering these concepts.